So, what are we talking about, man? I just came into the conversation, and I don't really know what's going on.
Yeah, well, we up here talking about like the laws that have changed in the United States, and especially since Trump have entered. All right, and we're talking about basically how welfare. You know, women on welfare have been affected, and some of them that deserved.
And they've been affected in a bad way, or
for black men, a good way.
for black men, it's a good thing.
Well, looking in the last 2 years, a lot of black men have been getting custody of their kids. Men in general,
okay, that's
have
better.
been getting custody of their kids, and the judges have been actually ruling on our favor. Because if you think about it, just think about it for a second. All right, if this woman is getting, let's say she's getting welfare, all right, she don't like to work, she don't give a shit about working, she got 5 kids, all right, by let's say 4 different men. Just example. Let's say she get child support from all these guys, and
man, she making money.
Making money. Exactly. Maybe paying $100, $50 on rent. That's all she have to pay to cut out.
Man.
Now, if she pays that kind of money, all right, and she's getting, let's say, $600 from one baby daddy,
okay,
and then $500 from another, like $750 from another, $300 from another, and probably they always have that one that's really ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? They only pay like $75 a month. All right. I can't add that up in my mind right now, but let's say she got like $2,500 a month.
All right, $2,500, and she only paying $500 in rent.
Exactly. Not even $500. She's paying $100. $100
because she's technically unemployed.
Yeah, she's unemployed. When they have Section 8, well, some women have Section 8 and they still get jobs. They required to get a part-time job. Some women get to Section 8 and they don't have a part-time job and they get over, and let's say if they get that $2,500 a month, and that bitch is rolling around in a fucking Benz.
Man, but that happens all the time.
But her kids have no new shoes on. They looking all raggedy, but she looking all tight with new nails, hair done, with a Benz, and a shitty-ass roach-infested apartment. All right, just imagine that, huh?
But the government, but the welfare, don't they have inspectors to go in and check and see that they're getting this amount of money, or why should they be getting this amount of money?
Yeah, they have inspectors.
Do something about the whole situation. As you said, sometimes their apartment is infested and the kids don't have the proper clothes, wearing the proper clothes, or
but that's
the shoes, etc., etc. So.
But someone for the kids. If there's a real big issue, they call this. There's a organization. It's part of the government called DFAC. DFAC is that actually they send the authorities with the representatives out to your house. It's a welfare check on the kids.
But sorry, but why can't the government understand that women are having kids because of money? They're having 4 or 5 kids because they will get this.
They will get this from the man.
Why can't the government do something about that?
But that's why the laws have changed. Whereas if they're doing that, okay, that's fine. But guess what? If the dude, let's say she got like 5 or 6 different kids by 5 different men, and she can really take care of herself. If the man, steps up and say, "I want my kid. I want custody of my kid,"
he won't get it.
Sometimes. All right. But some dudes, this is the thing. Some of them women that you see have 5 or 6 different baby daddies. A lot of the dudes are street dudes. All right.
Exactly.
And from the hood anyway.
And a lot of times, I hate to say it, some of them women have a reputation of banging, multiple men at a time. So of course the dude's like, man, you was a bust down. I'm out. She can pick who she want. For
the daddy.
Yeah.
Unless they go ahead and do that DNA test.
DNA test, exactly.
That will be my first thought. Is to get a DNA test. Even when I get married. I have kids.
Of course.
It's nothing against my wife. Even my fiance knows that. You know,
Yeah.
for me, all these things that's going on in the world, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna tell the whole story about my godson and, you know, how, you know, my friend found out 7 years later. You know what I'm saying?
It was not his or his.
That it was his kid, but he didn't know he even had.
He didn't know he had. Man, that happens a lot though. Because the guy don't want to tell nobody.
Why? The girl keep secret.
Maybe.
They tested 5 different men before my friend. He was the last one.
And he found out that it was his
It
child.
took 7 years to test 5 men.
This is what happened. The woman that the man that she picked, he was paying child support.
So the man
she
she picked to test was already paying child support.
No. This is what happened. When the baby was born, or before, she blamed it on this one guy. And then he didn't get her tested because I guess he bust down in it.
And he just thought it was his.
I thought it was his. But that bitch is crazy. So, in that case, over the years, he's going through so much issues with her. And eventually, like year 6, he's like, man, this bitch is crazy. I need to get this kid ain't starting to look like me.
Kid grown up looking like somebody else.
Something like that.
Yeah. So he gets the test done. And when he gets the test done, excuse me, it comes out, you know, negative. It ain't yours.
So what
like,
I was trying to say, the money that he paid for child support, did he get it back?
No.
Why?
He has to sue for that.
You gotta sue to get back the money that you've been
It's
paying
called
if the kid's not yours.
paternity fraud. In some states, you can't get it back. And the woman can't get blamed for that. If you have a strong lawyer, because some of them, what they think, this is the issue. Don't sign the birth certificate.
Until you sure that it's yours.
And
Exactly.
it's your kid.
That's the problem. A lot of dudes, they sign the birth certificate, and so it's so hard to get it removed off. So even in public records in a hospital, it has to be.
It is still there.
So that's why, in my opinion, you know, regardless, I know, you know, hopefully my wife, you know, because I don't put nothing past nobody.
Bro.
She be faithful and basically know what the time it is. But I mean, we have an understanding, me and my lady. She know.
Man, I know, man. Whatever.
But my friend was number 6.
Number 6 to get tested 7 years down the line.
And then the bitch lied and said her and my homeboy was dating for 2 years. But that's my best friend.
But the thing about it is,
but he would have told me. I would have known. Everybody would have known. Nobody knew about this chick. She said she knew me. I seen her face.
and then she should blame you too?
Huh? You should see her. Oh my God.
They need to do something though.
That shit got my stomach hurt so bad. I gotta go take a shit.
Yeah.
You just think of somebody that's so fucking ugly.
But you know, saying this to say that, I mean, a lot of countries around the world they don't have welfare system, and the government needs to learn that people are taking advantage of this whole welfare system, and they need to either eradicate it out or do something about it.
I don't think they should.
Because the mamas are breeding.
I don't think they should vacate it.
Yeah.
And that the reason why is, as I explained, like if someone has a job, all right, they don't have enough money saved up, and they have, let's say, 3 kids. They lost their job. They can't receive. They probably lost their pension, you know, because they got contract cuts or whatever. And let's say they just hard for them to find another job.
Well, yes, that makes sense.
Okay, I can understand the welfare system, but you know, but the people that basically abuse it, I think welfare is only supposed to be temporary.
Exactly.
6 months to a year.
That's fine, but not.
Because some cities like New York City, like New York City, I would say a year, like because
it's tough in New York.
It's tough in New York. It's overcrowded. That's why how Atlanta is right now. It's overcrowded. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much there's a lot of tech jobs coming. That's why it's a good land for computer dudes. Right? It's fucking profitable there. That's why I want to get the fuck back to the U.S. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much, you know, if you look at that and then you add up, if you have kids, you have bills. eventually, man, that shit piles up, and that's how a lot of people, black men, white men, Mexicans, whoever you want to call it,
Floating
or
around.
Jamaicans, whatever. So eventually, your kid gotta eat. Your wife, she gotta get her tampon pads. All right. Or if it ain't your wife, so you gotta survive.
Right, true.
So what are you gonna do?
Sell them pies.
I'll sell them fucking pies. I'll be right in that kitchen cooking, baking soda and all. We about to lay it on the line, baby. I'm about to lay them 20 years. Hey, look, if it comes down to my kids starving and me risking jail time to make sure my kids eat or stash money for the future, so at least if I go to prison, my kid would be fine. My kid would be able to go to college on the paid from me, even if I'm doing the 20 years. You know what? That money, my kid will always remember that money came from me. I did it for you, and I'm happy to do this 20 years with my hand behind my fucking neck. You know, laying there at nighttime, you know what I'm saying, with my shank. It's all good, baby. And I would do that.
I feel you, bro.
You know, I don't want to incriminate myself because I never did that kind of shit. But what if I was in that situation? What if I was in that situation? Nobody knows what they would do. Think about all these, you know, I ain't racist, but think about these white people that blow their brains out.
Right.
When they lose, when they go ape shit when the fucking stock market crash.
Oh man, I lost all my money. What am I gonna do?
Oh my god! I'm gonna kill every motherfucker in here. Don't go kill the executive. Don't go kill the manager. All right. Don't go. Why you want to go kill people at your job? You the one who invested in
You
shit.
want to put the money in?
Well, if anything, you go to Wall Street.
And
Go kill them. You want to blow your own brains out? Go to the main source.
Right.
And I'm just being honest. And like people shooting up churches and things like that. It's like, yo, you mad at your goddamn life.
Exactly.
That you want to just end everybody's life around you. It's your goddamn fault.
Exactly.
I will sell those pies before I blow my brains out. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't trying to blow my brains out. I'll never do that. You know what I'm saying?
No way.
Some people say you never know what you can do. I'm gonna tell you something. People that commit suicide is the toughest fucking people I know. You know how much energy
Guts.
they got the fucking balls
To do that.
and the chicks that do it, they got a fat clit. Alright? They got it.
Man.
You know how much it takes to just blow your brains out and possibly be still alive, hemorrhaging and shit, and probably still looking at people, looking at you for like a good 30 seconds to some people last longer than that.
Exactly.
That's crazy, man.
It is. I don't know how they do something like that.
Yeah. So you look at those people, alright? And then you look at people that do all the killing and blowing their brains out like some little bitches. Come on, dude.
Exactly.
Look, it's a difference if I'm in the military.
Right.
Or if I'm a PSD op, whatever, and then we out there in the trenches, and shit, man, you know, if it came down, you know, me getting my head cut off by goddamn ISIS, or me taking a fucking cyanide pill, I would take that cyanide pill. I'm done.
But hey,
I'm checking out.
I have a question to ask you. Why is it that so many veterans are suffering in the United States after they have done so much for that? It was you and I having this discussion where you said they spend up their money or it was you?
Or like they don't know how to invest
They
money.
invest their
because,
money,
like,
why
if you're doing it right, basically you should go in and come out well off.
But this is...
if you're
not
doing it
really.
right, I mean, you're putting out your money, you're doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not just blowing
Yeah.
it. You're not just going there having fun, then next thing you know, your time is done and you're like,
But even
Oh,
that's
got nothing.
tough. It depends on your rank. One, it depends on your rank. Because really, a lot of veterans don't. I mean, let's say if you're private, you know, E1 to E3, you ain't getting paid shit.
well, I guess also maybe it depends on the bills you have.
But you gotta live. You gotta live. You gotta, man, them dress blues, I think, I was talking to you about them dress blues, right? No, it was my homeboy.
But
back
are
at
they
home.
paying, if you're that low in rank, are they still paying for your education? If you choose to take that route.
The GI Bill, yeah.
So, okay, you come in on a low rank and I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm not getting paid that, but they will pay for me to go to school. But if I go to school,
But
maybe
that's
increasing
tuition.
rent.
That's assistance. You gotta pay it back. While you're in, you're getting a loan basically.
Okay.
It's assistance. You gotta pass with a good grade. You may only pay a percentage back.
Do they take it out of your check though?
It depends. It has what you work out with them.
So it depends on what you work out with them. So
the finance office.
is it a higher chance if you go in at a low rank, E2, you get your education, is it a possibility to get promoted?
Man, it sounds so easy to say that basically you can just go get your education while in the army, unless you're in there.
Sound easy, but I'm just asking.
It sounds easy.
It sounds easy. It sounds easy to blow your brains out.
Yeah, of course it does. But it ain't.
But I'm just asking if you, because I know if you already have an education, you come in at a high rank, right? But if you don't have an education, and let's say you take that step,
Right.
when you finish, will you get promoted? If I'm an E2, I did my 4 years. Yo, can I get E3, E4 or something? I don't know.
Well, you will get the E4 before you even finish your college.
Because you're getting promoted every year.
Well, depends. That depends on your PT score, your scores. All right, your physical score.
Depends on all that.
Your studying, you have to study,
A
and
lot.
going to the board. Man, it's a lot of factors. That's when I'm like, it depends on. It sounds easy, but it definitely ain't. And
So a lot of these veterans are struggling
I'm struggling. Yeah,
now
because
because they did not. Well, they couldn't.
Well, what happened is this. They took note of that. Now, I don't know about before me. Yeah. They didn't have as much programs to leave with. Now, when I was leaving out,
a lot of programs.
90 days before, I had to go to classes. I had to take classes online on managing money, career choice, career building, what you should do. This is what you should, what path you should take. You should go to this school, and then you can get hired with the government with this.
So basically, future veterans should not be in the same situation as current and past veterans.
Well, I wouldn't say current veterans. I would say past veterans.
The past.
Because the current ones is doing a whole lot more better. The ones I know, give a shout out to the homie in fucking Columbus, Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Got I tow company. You know what I'm saying? Tow truck. You know what I'm saying? And making fucking guap, bro.
So he did it right,
and he was scary too. But
So did the government help him to acquire all of those, or he just go out and just did it on
It's
his
just
own?
that when he came out, he had more options than the past veterans.
I see.
He had the mindset like this is what, but he's a go-getter on the money, on the regular. See, some people ain't like that. See, this is my problem about going into the military at the age of 17. Some people go in there, that's fine and dandy, but guess what? What if you get hurt? What if you get into this moment of 10 years and say, I don't want to do this no more? Alright? You so used to this particular organization managing your money. Alright? They're managing your money. They're controlling your time. They're controlling your vacation. They tell you when and when you can go see your parents. You know what I'm saying? Some people go.
And they probably never received the counseling while they're in there.
That's up to them sometimes in the discretion. It depends on their MOS. And I'm just speaking for the Army. Like infantry is different. You just gotta have infantry. You have to have a mindset like I ain't got no problem kicking open the door and go handling business. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem with getting shot. You know, for this guy next to me. Even if I don't like that motherfucker, I'm gonna try to save his life the best way I can. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
there's people that don't like each other. You still, when the guns pop off, you going at it. Same thing with the PSD company. I ain't gonna speak on that, but we had to do the exact same thing.
Right.
But is it? We all know the reason why people go into the army. We know reasons. Some reasons are different, but I think people need to wake up and understand that fighting for your country, in my opinion, it serves no purpose. Why are you going out there to fight? I think young people are brainwashed. I would never dare fight for Jamaica. I would fight for no country because it's not going to benefit me in the long run. I think this whole thing about fighting for your country is a brainwash thing. Because why are you leaving the army and why are people coming
Maybe
out?
it depends on the country.
But even America too.
What's that? It's that pride.
Even America, but pride. Come on,
Pride.
fight for our country. Fight if we can fight for Jamaica or it's gonna fight for some or fight for somewhere else.
All right, look at it this way.
Yeah.
One thing I agree on you with, you're generalizing and thinking that all veterans are fighting for the country. That's not true.
Well, okay.
And a lot of veterans don't believe that I went and fought for my country. All right, a lot of them just say, "Look, I went and fought into the war. Hell, I didn't agree with the fucking war, but it is what it is." You know what I'm saying? And it was just a job. That's why when
So they look at it more as it's a job with good benefits.
a true infantryman, I'm gonna tell you, I ain't talking about the people that y'all know that work in administration and work these little desk jobs in the Navy.
Yeah.
Besides the Navy SEALs, shout out to them, and fucking jumpers from Air Force.
Yeah.
Now, besides them and infantry of and of course recon and Marines, I don't know about them, but a lot of people I know, if someone says, "Thank you for serving our country," fighting for our country, and 9 times out of 10, a lot of them gonna say, "I was just doing my job."
Like
I'm talking about infantry, all right?
So this whole notion about fighting for your country then is kind of not clear, or there's something that needs to be clarified or to be understood, or what?
In my opinion, it's really behind closed doors. See what people. There's specific type of people that speak for veterans, and they try. And people, like I said, some things you'll probably think that basically is generalizing, like, oh, they're fighting for the. Not everybody's fighting for the country. Some people just need to, they need to get the fuck away from their neighborhood.
Oh, I understand.
Get the fuck out of the house.
Oh, okay.
Need a job. And it's like, look, man, we about to just go stomp down on some of the goddamn ISIS people. What's up? You know what I'm saying? But even without the fucking military, you can still go into personal security detail, or you can, and unfortunately, you can go through mercenary work. Now, if you went and became a mercenary, that is similar to being in the military, but it's on your own terms.
It's on your own terms.
You know, the big question that I have, and looking at the whole thing about this army thing, I'm looking at about class people. I have seen the rich people, for argument's sake, their kids do not go and join the army. Why their kids don't go like Donald Trump? His boys serve in the army or whosoever. Why? Why are they not in the army as well?
The only people I can give credit to is George Bush.
George Bush.
All the Bushes served in the military, and from what I understand, they all served into the military, and I think pretty much all the presidents before President Obama.
He didn't serve in the army, did he?
He didn't serve in the
He didn't serve in the and Trump didn't either.
Trump didn't either. He was in what's it called?
A scout?
West Point, yeah, like military. So that doesn't count. So, but before Obama, all
the presidents
have served in the military.
Well, maybe it's because the well-off class, let's say, because in the U.S. it's voluntary. It's voluntary to go in the military.
Yeah, it's voluntary.
If you want to go, you don't want to go.
Oh, okay.
Right? So maybe
not like Russia.
the low class, it's a way out. It's a way to actually change your future generation. You're going to do something now so that your kids in the future don't have to go through what you're going through. Whereas the higher class, their parents already gave them a head start.
And
so it's like,
you know, I was having a discussion. I mean, maybe I am diverting here a bit, but I was having a discussion. I think it was with Sean. I was saying every single parent, when a child is young, they hold the future of their child in their hands. Every parent. And the reason why I'm sitting here today, because of me. If my parents did cut out a different pathway, a different plan, I wouldn't be sitting here today talking to you.
It's interesting you saying that. Yeah. I saw a video the other day. This one guy I watched on YouTube, and he said, there was a football player who went to a prison to talk to some guys, right? And one of the inmates was like, "Sir, how did you become professional? Why did you choose to do this?" He said, "Well, when I was younger, my dad used to always say, son, you throw the ball like that, you're gonna be professional one day, son. You keep hitting the ball like that, you're gonna be professional one day, son. And look at me now." And then the one inmate who asked the question said, "You know, the same thing happened to me. My dad used to be like, you keep doing this, you're gonna wind up in prison one day. You keep doing this, you're gonna go to jail one day. And look at me now." So kind of goes back to what you said. Yeah. Maybe how you treat your child, like, you stupid, why'd you do that? Or that was a stupid thing that you did. You know?
I see.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
Yeah, but
hey, you make the decision. If you want to see more videos like this, more just talks about whatever, you know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the channel, and I am out.